Welcome to another rousing edition of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name is Amin Hassan. I'm joined as always by Black Trey, Big Jerv, and Jay Skills. We got a hell of a show for you guys today. We're going to get into all of these scandals, people getting accused of stuff left and right, whether it's Aaron Hall, whether it's Diddy, Marcellus Wiley, Josh Giddey, like all these different cases are flying around. We're going to talk about all that stuff, including a very important conversation on the age of consent. You don't want to miss it. Spoiler alert, none of us are like, yo, that shit ain't low enough. Like, trust me, we're all with you. That shit is gross. But I don't think you guys know how gross it is, and we'll get into that detail. We'll also talk about how Trey won the big bet about Deion Sanders. Was it worth losing his black card and being called an Uncle Tom? We'll find out. Also, an update on the fantasy rankings. But first, www.patreon.com/countthedings. That's where all the extra content lives. The OG podcast, the Cinephobe special edition episodes, the watch-alongs for games, for movies, all that stuff. We got it going on. You definitely don't want to lose out or miss out on any of that. Patreon.com/countthedings. Lock in. All right, let's talk about it. Niggas that talk about violence, but ain't really about that shit.
I could,
but that's my point. My point is either I get it. My point is either you're gonna do something,
or don't do nothing. Don't say it,
or you just gotta keep it to yourself. Like, I don't like that person, and that's it. Mm-hmm. But
niggas
in the infamous word. In the infamous words of Mobb Deep, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You can't because here's the other thing, Trey. You say, oh, niggas just say that shit to say that shit, but it's like, have you ever respected someone who, I don't respect niggas like that. Because I come from an era where it's like, are you gonna actually do that shit? No? Then shut the fuck up then.
But that's where we are. I feel like in the world right now. I mean, like all the rappers, all the niggas, all the beat, everything it's been online and it's gradually been more. I mean, unfortunately, when it's not online, it turns into some ugly shit. Niggas can't just fight. But
that's like, I'm not here to condone violence.
Right.
I'm just saying, don't talk about violence unless you're actually going to be a violent person. Go be violent. If you're going to be violent, be violent.
Right.
Or find another means, but like to talk about violence and then not carry it through. To me, it's like it's unnecessary. It doesn't. Or maybe I think that is this generational thing. It does. I say it doesn't impress anybody, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think you are. I think that's a big part of conversation online. Like I said, in general, but I'm obviously for rappers, right? How many rappers do we know have threatened? Koofy Smacker, we went down the whole New York radio shit, right? Like all of that was exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, it was niggas calling in saying that you're a bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up, this, and that. Ray J's infamous rant against Fabulous about, you know what I'm saying? So we know that, we know that Ray J did not go see Fabulous after that. Like that was not the result of that conversation. But niggas love selling it, and niggas are hella entertained and sometimes impressed by niggas' character because he said such things.
Entertain makes sense. Entertain makes sense. Impressed to me is,
bro. A lot of people like swear by whoever. You know what I'm saying? Pick any rapper or any nigga who, you know what I'm saying, gets on the microphone and talk shit. Most niggas do not get in fights or have been fucking fucked up once it happens. I mean, look at the fucking Academics Santana situation. Jesus. Like you scared to fight another man, but you on the internet talking shit? Like, this is the world that we live in.
It's acceptable, man. It's acceptable.
I think like you could talk shit, but talking violence to me is the dumb shit. You could talk shit. That nigga crusty, that nigga broke, that nigga, like, okay. Everybody talks shit. Talking shit is a goddamn sport at this point.
It's what we grew up on.
It's what we grew up on. And we all talk shit. But you don't talk violence unless you about to do violence. In the same way where niggas niggas in the movies be have a gun and a nigga will always say, the old G will always say, now what you about to do with that? Right? Like, meaning like you don't pull that shit out unless you ready to fucking get it popping. Otherwise, you're just an idiot holding a thing. So to me, it's like it comes down to talk all the shit you want. But once you talk about violence, like, nigga, you gonna do it? No? Then shut the fuck up.
I agree.
Pretty much.
But we are a peaceful podcast. We promote peace on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get into the Black Mother Dorothy, man. Can we talk about Black Mother Dorothy? Yo, Jason, you are fucking funny, bro.
Did the nigga just do the
heart? He did the fucking TikTok heart, nigga. Yo, make that into a gift, please. No, Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, bro, gets into it with Stephen A on First Take, bro. Well, not on First Take, but he says basically, and on First Take, the woman that preceded Stephen A, how dare you pretend to know me? I don't know your name, and I don't care to. If my Black Mother Dorothy was still alive, you'd be in some big hot water. You are mean and ugly. You're a nothing burger. Right? And the trash talk was
Black Mother Dorothy. Oh, wait, but who?
Jim Irsay, bro.
He's talking about mammy. He's talking about his mammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This nigga tripping.
This prompted me because he had a whole thread.
What that nigga Russ say? Bro, these niggas tripping.
He had a whole thread, bro. And so this prompted me to actually, for the first time, look up who Jim Irsay was. I really
you didn't know?
No, I didn't know anything about this man. Other than that, he always looks 3 seats to the wind. Like, I don't know who
he's the owner.
I know
the owner of the Colts, and
I know that. I don't know that. No,
but he had the whole getting caught in the car in the whip with the drugs on him, right?
Yeah. So I knew about those two things, and that was it. And every time I see
that's all to know.
That's all you need to know.
But look, because this is what makes the story interesting. Like after I looked him up, because he goes on he posts another tweet talking about his parents his grandparents were immigrants, and basically they got it out the mud, and he worked really hard, and then became the Colts owner, and niggas was like, what, bro? Like, your dad was a multi-millionaire who bought the Colts, nigga. You inherited the shit when you were like 25. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you literally talking about?
So I didn't never gotten shit out the mud.
Right. So I thought maybe he was like a poor white kid that, was maybe had a black mom in his neighborhood or something that he used to hang out at the house. I didn't know
this nigga had
a
mammy.
That's what
that nigga had a mammy.
I was confused because that's the way he was presenting it was like he was some, podunk white kid who just really pulled up by his bootstraps. And I was like,
hey, I can imagine him now as a kid walking in is like, Mammy, the black kids from down the block were mean to me, like, hush, don't pay no mind to them colored kids. They ain't got they just ugly and they mad that they ain't got your beautiful white skin. Like, I mean, what the fuck, man? What you talking about, man? Now, here's my question about the whole situation.
Black Mother Dorothy, though.
Why was Jim Irsay the topic on First Take? I don't know that part.
Okay, it was about DUI. He got a DUI in 2014.
He got another one?
Yeah, he just got one. Yeah.
He got another one?
Yeah. Oh, and he said that he was being racially profiled because he's a white billionaire.
I mean, clearly.
I'll put that on my Black Mother Dorothy, nigga.
That's where this all comes from. Is that he said that he got racial profile. That's why he got a DUI, because niggas was racial profiling and pulled him over.
Yo, that nigga tripping. Hey, that's it. That nigga tripping, dog. That nigga sick, man. For real.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Niggas be telling on themselves, huh? It's amazing.
All day.
It's amazing. It's like you could just get a DUI and then be like, oh shit, man. That's it, huh? Or you could keep talking and like just make this thing 100 times worse. Speaking of making things 100 times worse by talking, Jesus Christ, Aaron Hall. Good God, man.
God. Go,
look,
man.
I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he didn't do it. I just know that the nigga's not doing himself any favors by talking. But you know whose fault it really is.
He just looked like a nigga, man. He just looked like a nigga that just can't help himself.
He is a nigga in every definition, but you know whose fault it really is, though? It's these damn interviewers. How dare they ask questions like, what were the 90s like? Like, they're trying to trap these niggas, clearly. I hope all of y'all realize how dumb y'all sounded. Every time, like, Vlad is the feds. I'm like, ain't nobody putting a gun to you or to you, Irv Gotti, or to you, what's his name, and asking y'all to talk. These niggas are volunteering this information because you know what would happen if Vlad asked, yo, what was up with you and Gloria Velez? And the nigga said, I'm not talking about that. Next question. You know what would happen? Vlad would probably cut that part out because it'd be a boring ass interview of niggas saying next question. They include the shit that when you talking and you letting your fucking mouth run. I'll be listening to them shits. You don't even really ask. You don't even get in depth.
No, I was gonna say, like, niggas don't need to be egged on. Once the camera is turned on, niggas are ready to give a show, you know, and that's really the unfortunate part about it, because it's like, we know these people as entertainers, that's their profession. Niggas feel like they gotta tell every sensational, tantalizing morsel of their life in order to get niggas to listen for 5 seconds. It's like, bro, you don't have to like give us the, you know, saucy details about every, you know what I'm saying, thing you and Puff Daddy did. Like,
do they not have like PR departments anymore? Like, there's not a PR or is that just in the movies and stuff?
No, I mean, like, that's if you have PR requests, nigga. If you popping, you're not popping anymore. You just, them niggas is DMing them like, hey, come on my podcast.
Just have someone that they holler at before they make like public statements.
You're gonna pay niggas 20 years after your career's over? You're not gonna pay niggas. What's Aaron Hall paying a nigga?
Like he don't got like a homie or something?
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. The crazy thing is, yo, you've legitimately lived an incredibly impressive life, bro. There's so many shits that you could tell a story about that we would be amazed by. Just the other day, what I shared the shit about what was it? The niggas were talking about how they made the beat to fuck, I can't. It was Timbaland talking about how he made the beat to, I can't remember what song it was, and it's like, oh no, it was Genuine. Genuine was talking about fucking Tim was about to give the beat about Pony,
yeah,
and about how he was gonna give the beat to a commercial. He didn't even like the beat, and Genuine and the dude that co-wrote it was like, oh, don't give it away
major,
yet. Man.
Yeah,
let's just let us just fuck with it. And Tim was like, whatever, go fuck. All right, have fun with it. Like he threw that shit at them. Like, this is trash. This is a trash beat. I was just fucking around. And then the shit turned into like the biggest hit of this nigga career and one of the biggest fucking beats fucking Tim ever created. But it's like, nigga, I didn't need to know who you fucked or it. Like, that's an amazing, interesting story that got shared and went viral.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Hall, I'm sure you have millions of stories about what you actually did, music, whatever. Even if you want to tell us a crazy fucking party story, man, I was halfway asleep, and then Puff asked me, "Yo, we got a plane. We're flying to Vegas right now. By the time we land, it'll be 1 a.m. there." And then we partied, and I didn't go to sleep for 3 days. Like I'm sure there's shit there. Nigga got to talk about like I was fucking, and these niggas done see me fuck. Who are you impressing? Who are you? I guarantee you, man. There's not one nigga in the world's like, yeah, it's my nigga. He fucked in front of other niggas, so they know. Who are you impressing, dog?
It might be some
bitches get impressed by that.
Some niggas in the world hearing what we didn't been hearing about Puffy and Dwight Howard and a lot of niggas. It might be a lot of niggas impressed by that conversation, man. Bro.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately. The reality of the world is actually a lot scarier than niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Not even let me put it this way. Not even the gay homies want to see that shit. Nobody wants to well, let me take that back. I guess there are cucks out there.
That's what I'm telling you. From the paperwork that just got published in the Puff Daddy situation, nigga, apparently he did want to see that. Nigga, like, that was some shit that nigga was
freak off, man.
Yeah, signing up for. Yeah, he was just describing the freak off. You feel me? Like, That was their whole shit. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a whole quadrant of niggas that do shit that we don't find interesting, entertaining, would never want to set our eyes or spirits on. And niggas are immersed in it, bro. You feel me? Like deeply.
So what you guys are saying is this nigga is speaking. Are you saying he's speaking to a demographic that we're not part of, or
definitely,
or is he also, is it a layer beyond that where it's like that nigga doesn't realize how small that demographic is?
Both things can be true.
Got you. All right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's such a part of that demographic. It's the same way that, I mean, maybe not the same way, but in a similar way, like how Cameron made fun of Just Blaze for being like a Wall Street nigga, or, you know, loving video games. Yeah. Like, this is his fetish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He likes to talk about shit that's kind of gross to us. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gets off on.
Yo, so what's this the thing, right? All these men have been accused as of Friday of either allegations or, you know, went to trial. What
they call it the deadline.
Yo, that shit is yo, they've been submitting all this stuff, right? And it's a big chunk of like a lot of people that, you know, notable names here that were brought in. And yeah, dude, this shit is crazy. But why do you think, especially a lot of people, and I feel like maybe just it's the celeb culture of people just loving somebody and just like not thinking that they're capable of any of this shit. I'm watching older black people to be exact. Like, no, they just trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And why is it like, you know, whether it's 10 years, 2 years, 30 years, why we still don't see it as wrong? Or like, why?
Sometimes it do be the money grab though, Trey. That's the thing. That's the thing that muddies the waters.
Everybody got a price, brother.
There's a couple of things. Number one, sometimes it do be a money grab, right? Number two, the idea that this happened because there was a deadline, right? I think that fuels it somehow. That we got all of these things real quick before Friday. Why is Friday? Well, because Friday's the last day. Like, why is the last day? Why are we doing a Black Friday sale on this, right? Right? Because I think it's legitimate to say if this is some shit that happened decades ago, and then they had this law for the last year, you waited till the last 2 days to file, that there is a little bit of suspicion around that. And then number three, I think because sometimes I won't say incorrectly, but loosely apply shit that happens to regular black folk to rich black folk, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea that the justice system is designed to incarcerate us and is unfairly unjust towards us. The assumption is like, and they do that to Cosby and like them niggas are not living the black experience.
Well, it's a lot of black niggas. It's not a lot of black niggas. I mean, it's Diddy, Jamie Foxx, Cuba Gooding Jr., Axl Rose, Harvey Weinstein, Donald Trump, Bill Cosby, Marcellus Wiley, Jimmy Iovine, Doug Morris, L.A. Reid, Russell Brand, Marilyn Manson, Harv Pierre. Is it Harv Pierre? Harv Pierre.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All of these were right now, because I think wasn't the Russell Brand thing like a couple months ago?
This is some new shit, brother.
It's another one?
Yeah. Anti-Flags, Just Insane. I had to throw the white people in there too, bro. Can't just I don't know. Broadway costume legend. William Ivy Long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a lot of people that, you know, whether it's money or not. I mean, because that's at the end of the day. You pay to make it go away, kind of. You know what I mean? Because you don't really want it to go. So it's not like
these are all civil suits. These are all civil suits, by the way.
Yeah, it's civil suits. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, you know, it getting out there is just enough of a stain on your shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whether cash grab or not. You know what I mean? And I think whether it goes, it gives courage to other people to speak out. Because again, you look at in the Diddy situation, it was just like, okay, Cassie. But now we got 3 more. It's like, you know,
I'll be honest. I thought that shit was kind of low. I thought the number was gonna be higher.
But I'm pretty sure he heard that shit like, man, hell yeah. Hey, pay that shit. Back the Brink trucks up right now if that's all I gotta pay.
Right. But I think also what a lot of them probably came out because of the Cassie situation and saw that it was successful. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, if you are really, you know, a victim of this type of situation, like you're probably scared that it's not going to be successful, you know? So
I think, yeah, my bad. Like, I think
the climate of it too, though, like, right? If somebody has power, it's not just the movies. Niggas could literally say, make this shit go away, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it never makes a headline. A nigga really might get a briefcase full of bread and never talk about this shit. But then it's just some shit where, again, the shit done been passed, and now you got Gloria Velez talking about grooming.
Yeah.
You talking about now it's not even gonna be about the bread. It's just gonna be just more so just all right, nigga. I don't care what happened. Or you can't, you know what I mean? Because in the situation,
what is grooming?
Grooming is like when
grooming is like
an
underage a young woman,
girl,
and then you kind of teach her, well, not even teach her nothing. But
so they've been applying this to not just underage. Basically, if you have, I guess, in the new, you know, Twitter sphere world version of this 10-year or more gap, I would say people start to ascribe this word grooming, which I don't think that it means that in particular. I'm just telling you how it's being looked at. Yeah. But the thought is like, somebody is maybe 35 or 40 and they're dating a 19 or 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And then they are with them for a while and kind of quote unquote groom them to have the attributes and the features of the partner that they want. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too young to have autonomy or to not be susceptible to this older person's knowledge of the world and, you know, money or whatever.
Influence, whatever. Yeah. Look, I wanna real quick, I want to just touch on the Marcellus shit because I thought this was really fucking weird from people. Marcellus obviously was one of the people that got accused. He came out with like he did a whole pod episode detailing whatever, and he tweeted it, and I quote tweeted it, and I had like fucking fists. Marcellus is my nigga, man. Like that's my big brother. He looked after me in the industry, giving me advice and all types of things. I know him as a person, and the number of people who are like, "Oh, Amin, how could you do that?" I'm like, because that's my boy. I'm not going to believe the word of a stranger over my friend. Like that case closed. Now, if evidence comes out, well, that's a different story. But like y'all are just going off of the word of someone that you don't know. You don't even know the name. Her name is Jane Doe in the thing. Like, of course I'm gonna stand with my friend. And it reminded me in a way of what happened with Rachel Nichols, where when shit happened with Rachel Nichols during the bubble. And I was like, yo, I know Rachel. That's not the kind of human being she is. And all these people were like, and this nigga, I'm like, yo. So worst people say, I understand that you're a friend, but I can't believe you said that. I'm like, no, then you don't understand what a friend is. Because if the shit happened to me and all my friends fucking scattered, that would be pretty fucking shitty. That's shitty as hell. And it tells me a lot of people don't have real friends in their life because people are scattering.
People do that. People scatter all the time. No, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm saying
the Josh Giddey situation.
But didn't Rachel Nichols say some shit about like somebody got a job because they was black or some shit?
No.
What was the conversation? Didn't they put out a combo on her or something?
What Rachel's quote was, this is how I know that fucking Twitter is a different place in the real world. I remember my cousin had heard about the shit. He's like, yo, what's happening with Rachel Nichols? I heard she said some racist shit. I'm like, man, I don't know. But he said, but I can't find what she said. I said, man, like, just look it up somewhere. And he said, I found the apology. I just can't find what she originally said. I'm like, what apology? And he starts reading me what he thinks the apology is. I said, nigga, that's the quote. That's what they think is racist. And he's like, what? In what world? So what Rachel said, Rachel worked long time to be the host of NBA Countdown during the finals. She's finally supposed to get it in 2020. Obviously, the pandemic happens. We're going in the bubble. And because of what happens with all the George Floyd shit, ESPN, in an effort to look good. And this is the big part. People think ESPN does shit shrewdly and correctly and with good intentions. Like, no, these niggas are shitballs. They're shitballs. So they replaced Rachel with Maria Taylor simply because of the optics. Rachel's like, Maria's great. Maria's qualified. But if you need to give Maria some shit, give her some shit that's not mine. That was her quote. And motherfucker said that's racist because she said, oh, she's just getting because they're black. She's like, she's not saying she's just getting because black. So don't give her my shit, which anybody would fight for some shit, particularly when it's some shit that contractually is in your contract that you're supposed to get, something that you work a long time for, and you finally about to get it, right? And like Rachel came up through the mud, man. She was a fucking newspaper person. There's not one of these motherfuckers that just showed up sideline holding a microphone, right? But most importantly, it's like, give her college game day. Nigga, you feel that bad about George Floyd? Give her college game day. Tell Reese Davis to sit. No, but we're not going to take it from a white dude. There's only a handful of these shows that are hosted by women. And like that, let them fight over that shit. That was the whole thing with that. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to have people say Rachel's racist. I'm on the jump because of Rachel. Like literally, I didn't know her. She said, I want him on the show. Like same thing with Steven Jackson. And NBA told ESPN not to put Steven Jackson on air, dog. She put that, she said, no. He needs to be here because we need someone who's going to talk from a player's perspective who wasn't one of the all-time greats. Tracy McGrady, Byron Scott, all of us were fucking handpicked, man. The idea that for a second that she's fucking racist is insane. Insane. And so I spoke up about it. But people who have zero knowledge of the people or the situation just want to be loud. And other people get scared of the loud ones and they just want to hide. So the loud ones are like, how could you say that? Like, Rachel's racist. I'm like, she's not. And I could say that because I know her. You don't know her. You've never met her. So I can say that. In the same way that it's saying, oh, I can't believe you would support Marcellus. Of course I'm going to support Marcellus because he's a great human being, and that's my guy. And I know him. Yeah. Y'all don't know any of these people, but you jump to conclusions.
But I think,
my question, hold on, Jason. Sorry, because I've been waiting to do this.
Yeah,
now going back into the Marcellus situation, and not even just to single him out, it could be anybody, right? It could be you, it could be anybody on here, right? And we do know each other. We know each other. Like I could speak passionately about all y'all. My thing is although it's what's done in front of us could be completely done behind closed doors. Not saying that whether like I said, I'm not jumping on any side in this situation. My thing is I've had to deal with a similar situation where my friend was accused of something and I had to, I privately had a conversation and that friend denied it. And I was like, okay, after we've had the conversation and I trust your words that you wouldn't lie to me in that frame, I'm going to stick by your side. So I understand where your sentiment is coming from, Amin, I know this person, and I'm going to, stick by my friend. Now, when our friends are, whether they're wrong or not, the next thing is, I don't think that you should mostly majority cut ties. I think that you should just help or whatever it is. But the ideal and the optics wise, most people just jump immediately, right? I use the Josh Giddey situation because I'm watching his teammates unfollow him, right?
Before we get to Josh Giddey, I just want to say one thing, like in regards to that. I think privately supporting your friend is good and desirable and needed. When I say what I said about Rachel, when I say what I said about Marcellus, I say those things because I know the power of having someone publicly support you. Because I've been in a situation, obviously not anything as crazy as that, but like when I was on my rocks with the Suns during my last season, because management was fucking up, everybody behind the scenes was like, yeah, I mean, you tell them, yeah, you right. But then nobody speak up. When I'm getting fucked over, no one said, that's wrong what y'all doing to him. I've never forgotten that. It's people I'm still friends with to this day. But I've never forgotten. That's the stuff that people say, oh, I mean, you just hold a grudge against the Suns. Like, I don't give a shit about the Suns. Sarver's gone, all that shit, whatever. But to me, it's like the people who knew better. Y'all knew better. But you didn't say shit. You just let it happen to me. Those are the ones, even when they walk around today, I still look at them and I still think about that's fucked up. So that's why I say them shits out loud. Now, the Josh Giddey situation, boom, floor is yours.
Yeah, no, but all I was gonna say before I segue was, okay, if said whatever it is, if there is some truth to this, how would you still keep that intact, or do you do a separation from that situation despite your public thing? You know what I mean?
I think
does it make it a rocky situation for you? And I'm only saying this because of how I'm using your situation right now, right? Yeah. For our listeners to how to handle just
if anything. It turns out it's real, is that what you're saying?
Yes. If it turned out that if it was real, how would you handle it moving forward? Knowing that you publicly put yourself forward for someone who may be the allegations are true.
I think similarly, I would again have the conversation with my guy, like, yo, dog, what the fuck, man? You made me look like a dickhead out here.
Yep.
Right. I understand having to defend yourself, but like also like you made me look like a dickhead. But then I would say publicly, like, yo, man, this was someone that I thought I knew that wouldn't be capable of something like this, and turns out they were. I'm sorry to the victim. But the next time the shit happens, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I will. Oh, if it's my friend, not like some nigga I know, not a nigga that I'm cool with. If this is my friend, I will always do the same thing. I'm telling you right now. If it's one of y'all, I will do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Until it comes out that you did it, and then I'll be like, oh fuck, man, I can't believe my dog did this.
Yeah.
But this idea that I'm going to believe strangers.
Well,
I'm going to abandon.
I think people are scared to fucking lose the bag, for one. Secondly, there's consequences now with certain support and certain things, right? And that's the real shit, right? Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Because again, I've known people that have, you go all the way out for somebody and you basically crash and burn with them. And I mean, I would like to think, and I would hope that people would support you just as much. You know what I mean? So we had a situation on this pod where you know what I mean? Remember that shit? And we're back. So yeah, the Josh Giddey situation. Josh Giddey, there's some allegations that he has been dating an underage young lady, you know what I mean? And there's multiple videos and pictures that he's in with this individual. And Twitter does what Twitter does, and now the NBA has got involved. And from one spectrum of it, right, you got a video of Josh Giddey and this young lady in a nightclub, which was potentially maybe 21 and over, right? Now, how she got in, we know fake IDs.
But, I guess this is the question that I have, right? It's being investigated, all that junk, whatever. I've seen multiple pictures and videos and Snapchats of him and the girl. What I have yet to see is like, this is the 23-24 yearbook. Look, she's a sophomore. I've not seen anything anywhere to say what age she is. So it's kind of wild to me that
I've seen it.
The nigga did it. You seen her yearbook picture?
Well, not the yearbook, but whatever she ran for class president in this thing. They pretty much, she had to go private, which is sad, right? She had to go private on her Instagram just because troll. No, I'm saying, but I'm talking about like, I'm pretty sure the thing is, right? And this was what I learned, that age of consent in fucking Oklahoma, 16 years old. But the person that's in these pictures and these videos goes to school in California.
Dum, dum, dum.
And those rules are a little different. even though, again, I still frown upon older men dating high school students. It's been. We dealt with all these niggas when we was in high school.
But okay, so this is where I start asking questions because I also agree with everything Amin said. I think there's also the possibility that pictures, years can be faked as well. I mean, we know that's true. I haven't heard any type of police, anything, any type of NBA, even fucking Woj, anybody say anything regarding, like just saying regarding like what they're looking like. Are the fucking, you know, the NBA, are they talking to the police out there? And then how does he meet a girl that goes to school in California?
My thing comes back down to
he trains in California, Jason, in off season.
But how does he meet a high school?
How do you meet a 15-year-old?
Yo, yeah, how do you meet a 15? You didn't answer my question.
No, my thing is
how's that happen?
She's in the video in the club. So again, he probably fake ID in this situation. And I'm always curious about how that works, right? Because again,
so you're saying she's 15, she took a fake ID, got into a 21 and over club, started hanging out with Josh Giddey, and then what? He flew her.
But my thing is, she's visibly young, right? Right? No, he was living in California all summer, brother. That's the thing. He's training in California. Are you listening?
So he's saying like he's in LA. He meets this girl.
He doesn't have to fly out to work. You feel me? Like he's there. He's already there. My thing is, it's like, how does she get in? Because she's visibly very young. She's like, it's not like, oh, you know how we grew up and like, damn, she looking mature for her age. Like this is like clear little girl. You know what I mean? In this situation. So my thing is, although it's weird because how they're going to handle this, right? How do you even start an investigation of this? And that's the question I have for Amin. It's like working in the NBA of like when a team is involved in quote unquote allegations or the league office calls and they want you to do like a follow-up through or a punishment or whatever it is. Because then the union comes in, you get all these different entities involved to handle it. And obviously people were like, oh, well, he's guilty because Thunder PR stepped in and was like, don't answer that question or legal. Because he was just like, he avoided it instead of denying it immediately. Because I would have been like, hell no, nigga, what the fuck?
But that's the shit that I don't like when niggas be like, oh, I would have said that. But yo, if you first of all, if you paying money for lawyers, agents, and shit like that, them niggas tell you shit, you gonna believe them. But also, Thunder PR is one of the most restricted PR in the entire league, if not entire sports. Them niggas don't say shit about shit. They don't like getting out. So them niggas probably gave him a briefing too, like don't say shit, don't acknowledge it, don't respond to it, da. And he's 21 years old. So all these people that are older than you are telling you don't do this shit, the niggas probably not gonna do this shit, right?
Yeah.
To me, it comes down to how do we know her age? You're saying you saw some shit, okay. But for the vast majority of the people on the internet, they haven't seen. All they've seen is pictures and videos and said, oh, he did it. And I said, I can literally pull up pictures, shirtless pictures of mad players with girls. But them girls is in high school and just with no proof, just say it like that. So, which is how basically this thing all got started, was that this is a Snapchat and this is him talking to her sister, her brother, and this is her. And I'm like, that's not proof of anything. Now, once we've established, oh yeah, there is, it's not even, people weren't even lazy enough to create a Photoshop of her yearbook, right? Like not even lazy enough to, if we're going to do this shit, we just literally don't even have to, it's the laziest lie ever, if it is a lie, obviously. Now, once we establish how old she is, okay, she really is that old. Okay. What are the circumstances, right? Is it, like you said, met her at the club, 21 and over, she's in the club, took her back, took her down. Is it like an old school situation where my man Mitch wakes up and the girl says he's late for class and he's like, oh, you go to what's your major? He's like, oh no, high school. Like, oh shit. Like, is it a situation like that? Or is this nigga out here literally like, oh, I know how old she is and I'm gonna still keep fucking? Like that's the one right there where it's like, all right, now you're in it deep.
Hey, the way that they turn that into the central joke of old school, like how you talk about like shit won't fly nowadays, like they couldn't make that movie with that same premise nowadays. Like niggas would be so in an uproar, like 10 minutes into the movie, people would be like, "Oh, this is the worst misogynistic," but it's actually really funny in the movie. But sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic. We were on a serious topic, and
I love that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good movie right there.
Yeah.
Fucking Frank the Tank and shit.
Man, Frank the mother.
But Trey, to answer your question, you tell them don't say shit. That's how I've never been in a situation. Let me just be clear. I don't know specifically what to do when we're dealing with, statutory rape. But
yeah.
But in general, like legal situations, you don't say shit. You don't open your mouth. You don't say shit. It's dog. It's just like in the
okay, but I mean, my question to you is, and this is what everybody I feel like has kind of been correctly saying online. Why haven't the Thunder sat the nigga down, and why isn't the nigga being suspended? I mean,
how Ja, they comparing the Ja situation.
But yeah, even somebody was like Kyrie got suspended for a movie link, and this nigga's not sitting on the bench. Like, what's going on?
First of all,
and you can't answer the question.
Okay, so Ja was confirmed with a firearm.
Right.
Kyrie confirmed, tweeted that shit. We don't know if this nigga did it. That's number one. Until we find out the nigga did it or not, like he's accused of doing it. If there was a rumor that Ja had a gun, but ain't nobody saw it, then Ja wouldn't have been sat down.
I mean, I feel like players have had to sit for less. Is all I'm saying.
Tell me who got sat.
I have to.
That's my point. Everybody who gets sat, they did the shit. Now they might argue. Kyrie might argue, what's so wrong about sharing a link? Ja might argue, what's so wrong about legally owning a firearm and holding up in a video? That's a different story. But they're not saying I didn't do that shit. That wasn't me. Like they're not saying that. So to me, that's the case, right? Number one, we don't even know if confirmed if he did or not. Number two, and this one is pretty crucial, right? This is fucked up. But like, if he did it, then he's in a lot bigger fucking trouble than why is he playing games?
But that's kind of the assumption I think right now is that like niggas think that he has something that is going to cause him some real strife.
This is you know what my guess is? My guess is she's not. This this is not my preference. I'm just trying to explain it in legalese. She is not under the age of consent, but she's probably in high school. That makes sense. So it's like, legally, did he do anything wrong? No, but it's a terrible look for a 21-year-old millionaire NBA player. You fucking high school broads, dog. That's what I think the case is. That's why everyone's kind of. So you didn't do anything wrong, but also you look like a complete piece of shit.
Right. But also if Josh Giddey ends up going to jail for this, this will be one of the craziest stories of all time, right?
When I was watching the game, when I was watching the Sixers after like when motherfuckers was like dapping him up, I just kept seeing that video over the that's your man's. That's your man's. You knew that shit. You was right. I was just like, ew.
You feel a little guilt.
that shit crazy. But
that video going platinum right now.
it made me dive a little deeper on more so looking at the age of consent in other places. That's why I sent that map to the chat, and I was floored. Because we've always looked at it like 18, and it was very nasty map of like how America is going about it.
Trey, go ahead and tell the people, just describe the map for the people.
All right, man. So this map is really gross, bro. Like when you really look at this thing, it has hold on, let me pull it up, bro, because this shit is insane. Bro. So this it says insane. You ever seen like you get in a car and you look at the speedometer and it's like, oh shit, this shit goes up to 180? I didn't even know it went that high, right?
You would think like 120, 140. You see 180, even a 2, like, oh my God, I didn't know this car went this fast. When Trey shared that map, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it keeps going lower and lower. Like, I'm like, oh, clearly this is it.
I had to avert my eyes. I was like, what? Whoever, man, we got some fucked up people in the world. This is that subsection of people I was talking about, I mean.
Age of consent laws in North America, Canada, so the United States, Mexico, and St. Kitts, and was it Nevis? Yes,
St. Kitts and Nevis,
Kitts and Nevis, okay, are federal states. Other North American countries are unitary states, right? So we have here in the green, which is 18, we got California and we have Oregon, and you have Arizona and Idaho. And what is that? Is that like that's Colorado?
I think that's Colorado is the brown square. That's New Mexico. No, New Mexico.
Nevada.
Oh, Utah. That's Utah. The one that's directly.
Okay, so Utah, we have. Oh, in Florida, you have to be 18. You have to be 18.
Tennessee also, and then
front. Wouldn't have thought that in Florida. I'll be honest with you.
Or Virginia.
You said what?
Yeah. I wouldn't thought that in Florida.
Wouldn't have thought that about Florida.
I definitely didn't have Florida in there, right?
Yeah.
So then you got 16 on the west, right? We got Nevada.
Oh, that's like nasty.
The idea that you're doing that in Nevada is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the Midwest.
You got Washington State also. Canada, all of Canada.
All of Canada, you can do.
Place.
But people been drinking since like whatever. They got some crazy rules over there. But the idea that you have consent in Minnesota bothers me. You got, even
Oklahoma.
Oh,
that's right above Texas. That's Oklahoma. That's Kansas. That's I don't know what that is above. Is that Iowa? That is Iowa, I think.
Yep.
No.
What was that? Montana?
And then Montana's up to the left. That's that brown square to the left. No, so then that's South Dakota. Like these are all. Yeah.
So then we go to like this olive color, and we got Texas, we got Louisiana, we got Illinois. You know what I mean? We got the Dakotas.
That's 17.
Yeah, and that's 17. You know what I'm saying?
The blue, by the way, you got Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. These are all 16 and up.
New York is 17?
New York is 17. Philly, Pennsylvania is 16.
Canada.
Massachusetts is 16.
Pennsylvania is 16.
Maine is 16. Rhode Island is 16. Vermont is 16. New Hampshire is 16. It's a lot of this country, ladies and gentlemen, where 16 is legal. I'm not supporting that shit. I'm just telling you, it's a lot of this country.
That means we ran on some nasty business right now.
Hell yeah.
For sure,
that's some nasty dark shit to think about.
Now, once you get south of the border, that's when shit starts.
Oh, it gets dark.
It takes a sick turn.
That shit got
a sick turn.
It's one country that says it's one little speck, and was that Mexico?
I think that's it. A little place in Mexico. Yes.
Yeah,
that motherfucker say puberty. That is sad.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's sick.
Crazy.
But what's even sicker? If it's like 13 and she hasn't hit puberty. You good though. If you're one of them places, it's like, oh, it's just 13. She's fine. No, it's insane, man. It's insane. But I say this to say, not to support any of it, but there's a possibility that the girl might be of age, but still like in high school, thus making it look embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I think
which is why
we're starting. We grew up on different morals of how viewing things, right? And we just look at it as like these young women ain't even grown. They not even to the point where they even matured fully as humans in general, right? A grown man, it's almost there. These laws were set up to take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think about the old times of like my mom having a kid at 15 or my grandma having kids at like 16. You know what I mean? Like, and you think back in the day and these things, and I think all these laws was to protect men. You know,
it wasn't even protecting them. Them
to
niggas
protect men.
Like,
is that what you said?
I mean, because I mean, again, they can't go to jail if it was established that, you know what I mean? Because think about it, if everybody was all 18, how many people would be breaking the law in that particular situation? Because, you know, when you think about, you go to these southern states and not even southern states anymore, because look, it's across the United States in general.
But I'm confused how the laws, you saying to protect men?
Because it was I'm pretty sure it was a thing. And when they came in with the law,
Trey, this is what it was. It used to be there was no law.
Right. There was no law. It was just niggas just doing whatever.
So when they introduced the law, believe it or not, there were people fighting that shit. Like, whoa, you just gonna da. So like what you're seeing in that map is like literally the negotiation. Like, can we agree that 16, anything under 16 is too young? And niggas like, fine, like, because their states was like 17, so that means like in them blue states they were like 16, like no, too young, okay, or excuse me, the opposite, like 17. Oh no, that's too old. So they had to, all right, how about 16? And that's where the compromise happened.
So that's wild that somebody said puberty.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, bro. So when I'm talking about the protect part is like these sick fucks. You know what I'm saying? That are preying on children and preteens or teens or whatever. They created a buffer for somebody to be like, hey, that girl's too young. And she says, nope, 16. I'm protected by the law. That's the shit where you're looking at it like in a wild scenario. Like if I have a kid, I got to move out of this fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? And you like, damn, dog, like, I wouldn't even have, I would have to, you know what I mean? Like that make me, I train the thought of everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like not to scare you, Jerv, because I know you got daughter and shit, but knowing that now in Pennsylvania, you're going to look at shit way differently, family. You know what I'm saying? On how niggas is looking in general, nigga looking like she's a part of the, you know what I mean? She's not, I got to wait till 18. She's in the pool now because she's 16. A nigga looking like, oh, I can fuck with her. What?
I mean, it's disgusting, man.
That's crazy.
That shit is gross, bro.
Yeah,
because a nigga could literally argue you down and say, "Well, she's illegal, bro."
But this was what the thing about it. Why you said it was made to protect men. Like it seemed like it was made to protect women.
I see what Trey's saying.
That's why I was confused. That's why I'm confused by it.
It's to protect women, but at the same time, the reason why the age is as low as it is in most of the country is because it's protecting the men who want to still be able to fucking holler at young girls.
Right, to somebody young. Yeah. No, I guess I get that part, but I thought it was more to
12. That's just nasty work
from
like that's how you get again. That's how you get 16 and look at that map. Pull that map up again. Literally, most of the country, it's legal. Like I would have never guessed until I saw this map, Trey. I would have guessed most of the country's 18, and then you got some places in the South.
I was trying to be logical, like how you normally talk, right? I mean, you say like the accuser, or we don't have any evidence, right? So I'm thinking the next level shit, age of consent, because if there's which I found out the Romeo and Juliet law in Oklahoma, you could be 16. So I'm like, even if you want to have an uproar, if you want to be disgusted, that nigga can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it made me even look even deeper, because I'm like, okay, if Oklahoma moving like that, what other states is moving like that? Because I know when I went to high school, you know, I would see grown niggas and I'm like, I didn't look at it from a legal perspective, but I'm like, these niggas around the campus, is this okay? I'm competing with a grown nigga every day. You know what I mean? I ain't got no car. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga 23, 25 years old pulling up on our campus.
I did
my campus saw his fair share of Bentleys and foreign exotic cars pulling on campus that did not belong to students.
33 states. 33 states, it's 16. 33 out of 50 states.
That's all bad.
You've got You've got out of the 17 where it's above 16, 2, 4, 6, 7 of them are 17. So 40 out of 50 states, you can be age of consent is under 18.
Under 18.
This is America.
That's tough. That's tough. Fucking America, nasty. Oh yeah, can I talk my shit? I gotta talk my shit, man. I gotta talk my shit.
Got to.
Run me my money, niggas. Run me my money. Colorado, 4-8. I told y'all niggas. I accept Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Apple Pay.
I'm Apple Pay right now.
Give me my money, nigga. I need my $50, nigga.
That shit's amazing.
Somebody,
I've never seen a bet. I've never seen a bet swing that drastically from like, oh, this nigga's about to get work to
thank you.
This nigga won handsomely. Like
clean sweep. Clean sweep. And I was like, and I tried to be, I was like, I'm glad it was content because Jerv talked to me. I was like, look, y'all can, I told y'all before they even play Utah, I said, look, y'all can send me my money now.
This nigga Jerv said they're going to the playoffs, but then refused to bet me. I was like, I'll bet you on that one. And then nigga said, no, I'm not gonna bet that one.
6 games, brother. Thank you. I can't.
Hey man, they really fell apart on the back half. They had a couple of nutty.
Again, this is the thing. I don't hate them. I've given them year 3 that they're going to be an actual force.
He won't be there. I keep saying he won't be there.
He's not gonna be there year 3.
But I said year 3. Year 1, I was like, cool. This shit is fun. He's making college football fun. But the ride that niggas was on.
Go ahead. Tell him, Trey.
Hey, these niggas was tripping.
Talk to him.
These niggas are tripping. I got called Uncle Tom. I hate black people. Wow.
All that still remains, and that's the thing. Like, just because you won $50 does not scrape away the scenario that just took place, my nigga. Like, Deion Sanders had the first 3 weeks of the college football season lit, the most boring time in the sport. Nobody cares about the first 3 weeks of the college football season. He had niggas excited. So I give that nigga all the credit for that. And the fact that you wasn't fucking with him for no real reason, yeah, that was some Uncle Tom shit. You should have been rooting for Deion, nigga. He a real nigga. He one of the few real niggas. You know what I'm saying? No allegations against my nigga. My nigga's out here.
I went back and listened to it. I listened to the pod.
What you saying, Chuck?
And it said, listen, all it said, I said, I love Deion. I love what he doing. He making it fun. But that nigga's not winning 6 games. That's all I said. And listen, my mentions was on fire. Me and Jerv did the Mark Lamont Hill show on the Griot. Niggas was killing us on that. Niggas, and Jerv,
hold on, Jerv, you got, what'd you say?
I mean, I basically was like, yo, like
Jerv got some sense, bruh.
Yeah,
he got some sense after a while.
You went on the show and you switched. That nigga did a 180.
I did a code switch.
Yo, Jason.
Hey, Jason,
you was soft shoeing. He was like, nah, that ain't the take no more. That ain't the take.
Overseer came out with the dogs.
Yeah.
And Jerv said, I think they went that way, bro.
That nigga Jerv was tap dancing. Wow.
My bad. I saw the light, yo. I saw the light.
Jerv, you broke my heart, man. I thought
it was like 2 weeks. It was like literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks after we had made the bet with Trey, and like that the writing was kind of sort of on the wall. I think the Colorado State game happened, and then I saw the vast difference in the size and the speed of Colorado versus little old Colorado State, and I was just like, okay, yeah. No, this isn't about to be what I thought it was, Joe.
I mean, but the Pac-12 is up, and it's always been crazy. It was crazy again this year. So I felt like if niggas already spotted 3 wins, that they were kind of maybe luck their way into 1 or 2 other ones. You know what I'm saying?
No, dog.
Obviously, no, dog. They lost the game they should have won.
Yep.
Which game was that? Was that the Stanford game?
I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But they won a game they shouldn't have lost, which is Arizona State.
They should have lost to Colorado State to keep it all the way 100 with everybody. If we just want to be all the way real, if we just go keep it funky with everybody and not be afraid of being called Uncle Tom.
He went Brady mode in that game, though. He really turned up and won him that game. That's why I thought the nigga had some shit with him. I mean, he still probably does. He's nice. Like they don't have a line, and so
he's a first round draft pick next year.
Yeah. You can't.
I mean, when he decides to come out, but
look, I was happy for all that shit, but I was not just. It was very nasty dick riding in Los Angeles and across the United States, bro. Like I was seeing Colorado flags. Niggas ain't never been to Boulder. Niggas ain't never even seen a Nuggets game. It was very gross, bro. Like
Nuggets game.
You know what I mean? Like I seen a nigga with a Colorado hoodie in New York. It was very nasty because niggas. I was like, yo, this shit ain't even old. It ain't got no tears in it. Niggas just buying merch. And this nigga, when Deion jumped to the next school, y'all gonna do the same thing? No. My thing is, and I think Deion next program gonna have all the shit that he need. No,
that's what happens when you fucking with a nigga, bro. You gonna rock with where
I can tell you where he's going next.
You know what I'm saying? So, niggas who like KD, fuck with the team that KD on. Niggas who like Kyrie, fuck with the team that Kyrie on. I fuck with Deion Sanders, bro.
I fuck with Deion Sanders too, but Jason, to an extent, you got to have some type of allegiance, and I didn't expect niggas to be jumping like that.
Coming from the nigga who was the least. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
By the way, what happened to SC? Hold on, what happened to SC?
7-5, terrible. We probably gonna fire Lincoln Riley. Terrible. I told y'all after 2 games, I was not tapping in.
The number 1 overall pick was
after 2 losses.
That nigga said. He's so number one that he might come back for another year.
Bro, it was no point to watch after that. Listen, every time we not the Clemsons, we not the Alabamas, we not the Georgias. We cannot afford 1 loss. 1 loss, I'm giving it. 2, pack your bags. We the laughing stock, bro. We just trying. We are not a powerhouse. So my thing is, after
UCLA beat that ass.
That was crazy.
I'll tell you this.
My nigga Lambo leaped into the crowd and cried. That's why I knew. I was like, all right.
Don't be surprised if Deion has a good season and he gets his name attached to that job next year. I promise you that.
I think it'll trade one more year.
Then you got to see bandwagon trade full of.
Now you gonna see me out here. Dun, dun,
look, my nigga Trey gonna have all of a sudden have a picture from when he was like 8 with a Deion jersey on.
It's gonna be Trey with an OJ jersey on.
Yeah, I'm going deep cut. No pun. You heard that. Sleeper update, brothers. I am not looking too good, so I think we need to start coming up with.
Can you be more specific? Can you be more specific? not looking too good is kind of broad, bro. Yeah. I don't think the people really grasp what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I am in last place at 3-8, but me and Salute to Cap are tied. But it looks like Jason, you're in 10th at 4-7. Jerv is 5-6 in 6th place. Juju Gotti is tied for 5 and 6 too. Purple Rain Palm. This nigga Purple Rain Palm Tree P is 10-1.
Playing them this week though.
That nigga been kicking our ass all motherfucking year.
Oh darn, my bad. Try gotta scroll down so niggas can see you. My fault, bro.
Go for it, brother.
Right there. My fault, man. That was on me. That was no disrespect.
Wait, so Jerv, right now you are tied for the lead as far as in the group chat, right?
Yes. Oh yes, 100%. 100%.
So this is huge, actually, right here.
I'm playing Palm Tree P this week.
Damn,
I got a chance. So Juju got you. I don't have no faith in you beating Palm Tree.
About to lose 2 bets, Jerv. You about to lose 2 bets.
There's more weeks. We'll be all right.
So I want y'all to think on what I have to do in this particular situation. You know, don't have me nigga shave no motherfucking eyebrows and no shit like that. I'm a public figure now, niggas. Don't have me out here looking crazy. Don't have me out here. I mean, hey, I wish I could. Yo,
you know what I mean? Trey, would you, Trey, because you rocking a baldy, would you die? Oh yeah, the nigga holding his trophy up. Shout out to the trophy. There you go.
Yeah, came in.
would you dye all of your other remaining hair? So not shave, but like your eyebrows, your mustache.
That's tough.
What about like you wear a costume?
I get
for a whole day.
Okay, I'll do some costume shit. I'll wear some.
We get to pick the costume though.
Yeah. We'll talk to Bob from Mark. We'll talk from Bob. I'm in New York City, so it's gonna be normal.
Well, Jason, while I respect where you're going with this, under most circumstances, this costume thing would be something that would definitely be something that would hinder majority of the niggas on the pod. Are we really sure if we have Trey go around in a costume that this is really going to be something that
they're not gonna be able to tell the difference? That's what Jerv is saying. They won't even tell the difference.
But that's what I'm saying. We could.
No, the thing is, Jerv just got that much. Jerv just got that much confidence in me that I can pull off anything.
Hold on, you know what I mean? Jerv, this is what we do. Y'all remember the Usher My Way video? Where the nigga had like the little fucking flower on his eye and shit like that, and a hat and the fucking. You gotta dress like that, and then make that your profile pic. So it ain't even about going to work looking like that. It's you gotta make that your Twitter.
And you gotta do a 60-second video for BOMM that you gotta pin to your account. It can't disappear like the last time we had somebody do something and the video just disappeared.
You better tighten up the legal department there, Joe.
That shit was crazy. Like that shit just disappeared off everybody's account. I was like, well, I don't even know what's going on here.
Yeah, that shit.
Was that me? Am I implicated?
That's
yes, nigga.
That's me.
Hey, what you talking about? I posted the video.
Yeah, and then it unposted.
And then it was very quickly. It was gone. Look, the episode popular. Oh, let me check real quick. Word, that shit was like a year ago, dog. Like, you know, you're not searching back a year, Jack. I promise you, you're not doing that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
definitely
find
not searching a year.
Hey, listeners, please find where Jason was capped up. Man, this shit has been a crazy episode, bro. We went from, emotion to jokes to money. Juju, I need my money too, bro. Y'all just put that in the chat.
Oh, shit.
Pay up.
Nah, that shit is on my TikTok right here.
Look at him. It's on his TikTok still. Look at him.
My TikTok right here, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah, the platform where you got the least followers and like, nobody know you over there. Like, some random guy.
Man, this is the most popular social media app. What you talking about?
They said, I'll put it up on my Pinterest. What are you talking about? My MySpace.
Nigga said the poster.
Shit is sick, man. This was definitely a fun episode though towards the end. Can't gonna lie to you.
Yep. All right. That's gonna do it for us. Remember, patreon.com/countingthings. Make sure you're locked in on that. For Trey, for Jerv, for Jason, I'm Amin Hassan, reminding you to stay black, motherfuckers.